Aloha. Good evening. This is Andrew Aloha Live out of Flagstaff, Arizona with Spirit Films Productions on Facebook Live and YouTube. Aloha and welcome to tonight's update. I don't know. It kind of seems slow, but then there's things going on. So some weird stuff. I'm telling you, man. There on the internet, some guy was decking some other guy at some Trump rally. Oh my God, how annoying! And the annoying thing, even the more annoying thing, is that Trump somewhere along the line stated about a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, that if somebody went in and got rid of the anti-Trump rallier, that he would, if something happened, that he would actually provide legal fees or legal aid for the situation. Oh my God, that dude is crazy. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. But anyhow, I want to take a moment of silence on behalf of Saoirse Kennedy Hill, who is Robert Kennedy's granddaughter. Apparently, she committed suicide in Virginia. I guess where the home is at. 22 years old and full of life, and you got to wonder why. What can be so traumatic that she would want to commit suicide? That's just out of this world. She seemed like a bright person, and yet it just wasn't happening for her. So, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment of silence on her behalf and honor her. And actually, she did come to me, and her dad, Robert, both, or her granddad, both came to me and asked to be included in the transmission meditation that we do on Wednesday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. Which reminds me, the 14th of July, we're going to be doing the full moon meditation for transmission meditation on the air. The full moon is actually on the 15th, which is Thursday, but we're going to go ahead and just do it on Wednesday. So if you're want in on that, just plug in and then we'll go from there. So anyhow, a moment of silence and then we'll be back and continue forward. And we're back again. Blessings to Saoirse Kennedy Hill, who just transitioned. I believe it was yesterday, or within the last 2 or 3 days, she transitioned. And you just gotta. It just hurts to see a young woman like that, a young person, just throw it all away. She's probably a crystal child or indigo child, and just couldn't handle it. You just couldn't stand it anymore. So, again, we're doing a full moon meditation, transmission meditation on the air on July 14th, which is Wednesday. I believe it's not next week Wednesday, but the following Wednesday in about a week and a half, and we'll be doing that. August full moon meditation. So what I want to talk about next is the Ascension Experts. Now there was some problems with the launch, the initial launch, which was I believe February 20 or July 22nd, and I ended up launching it this past week on Monday. No, I take it back on Tuesday. The video, the initial launch, the audio and the video were so annoying, so crappy that that I just couldn't do it with that audio, that recording. So I decided to launch it this past Tuesday, and basically I gave an introduction to the Ascension Experts, and again, this is all unfolding as I go as I do this, as I go along. And what's happening is that I'm discovering, first of all, about a year and a half ago or so, I launched or created a new political party called the Ascended Citizens, and the Ascension Citizens. I'm not sure. The Ascended Citizens, I believe it's called. And so, if you go to my website, spiritualimageproductions.com, spiritualimageproductions.com, on the left-hand side, there are some guidelines for right healthy relationships, and there's some guidelines for being and becoming an ascended person, an enlightened person. So, what I've resolved that the Ascension Experts will be and is all about is to help, is to promote, and what's the word? Support ascended citizens. I don't know how many people will become ascended citizens over the next several months, over the next several years, but I believe that that's probably going to be very helpful for our society on this planet. It's just that there's so much chaos going on. Like I said earlier today, some idiot started punching an old man of all things, an older guy. He was like a senior citizen kind of guy, right? 70s, 60s, 70s maybe. And he just started punching this guy. And the old man was was involved with an anti-Trump demonstration going on at a Trump rally that was going on. I think it was in Ohio. I can't remember. But anyhow, so there's all kinds of people killing their kids. I mean, people just shooting off. I mean, there's so much just crazy stuff going on, and if people, enough people, not everyone, it's not even necessary for everyone to do this, but if enough people were to just focus and sit down and help ground the energies and help transform and transcend and transmute the energies, the crap energies that are going on this planet, I think things would calm down. And they probably will. It is anyhow further down the road, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10 years from now, they'll start to calm down quite considerably compared to what they are now. And so, the grasshoppers like my place. I don't know why they just keep coming into my place, flying around. Dude, you're not even paying rent. You didn't even ask to come in, right? So it's like that. So anyhow, I decided that and to me, anyone that wants to be an ascended citizen can simply confirm that and commit to that by following the 5 guidelines on my website. Again, they're all posted on my website on the left-hand side towards the bottom for being and becoming coming into right healthy relationships, and then the 5 guidelines for being and becoming enlightened. That's all I believe right now that's necessary and required to become an ascended citizen. And if you really want to become a formal ascended citizen, then the way to do that is to go to I believe you can go to your local DMV or Department of Motor Vehicles place, or you can do it online and change your political party from Democrat or Republican or Libertarian or Green Party or whatever to other. You go in there and pick other, and then write in ascended citizen, and that's the new party that I've created to help humanity straighten out their lives. There's a whole bunch of messages by Makreas Buddha, and he says himself, mankind has lost their way. And have they? I don't think it's hard to answer that question. I really do. So if you want to help mankind straighten out their act and get it back into focus and get it back into the right direction, then if you really, well, first of all, you can look at those guidelines and begin to work with them and follow them and imbibe them and live them and breathe them and be them. And then if you really want to take the next step and be formally an ascended citizen, I think that's all that's required, is that you can provide proof of the voter card, and it'll say ascended citizen on there. And that I believe that it's not for me. If you do it, you're gonna you do it for yourself, your family, your friends, and then if you want to take the next step bigger, then you'll do it for your country, for the planet, for humanity. So I'm not saying do this for me. I'm saying do this for yourself. And if enough people start to focus in the right direction, and there's plenty of people out there now, but I mean, this is so overwhelming that these energies, these people going crazy, is so overwhelming. There's still a need for a lot of heroes, and I'm not talking. This is why I can't even stand going to the movies anymore and watching all these superhero movies. They're so stupid. They show you how they can beat somebody up and tear somebody down, but they don't really teach you anything except that they got these superpowers. Whoopee, who cares, right? Whoopee doo. So somebody they beat somebody up. Whoopee doo. Who cares? They don't really teach you anything that's wise or humbling or anything about any kind of a lesson that's humbling. It's like they just teach you how to about their superpowers. Well, about who cares? They don't really teach you that everybody has their own superpower in their own way, their own unique way. And that could be meditating, that could be praying, that could be your talents and skills. You're an artist, you're a business person, you're a waitress, a waiter. I mean, there's so many superpowers out there that if you come down and be real and get real, and that's what these people are doing, is they're living in fantasy. Oh, I'm a superhero and I got these superpowers. I can beat up these people, from Marvel Studios. Who cares? There's That doesn't show you anything. That doesn't teach you anything other than that ego bullshit. That's all that is. It's just egotistical bullshit. Period. Who cares? You know, they don't show how everybody around you, everybody in your community has their own superpowers, and they do. Again, and there's all kinds of ways of tapping into your superpowers. And right now, being a superhero, being a citizen, is one of the best superpowers that you can acquire for yourself and your community. Following the guidelines for right healthy relationships, following the guidelines for being enlightened, breathing, being enlightened. That's one of the best superpowers you can acquire for yourself. And you don't even have to go to the movies to figure that out, right? Woohoo! So anyhow, I've decided that that's what the Ascension Experts is going to be about, to teach people. And every week, I'm planning on doing this show every week. I'll walk people through what it takes to do prayer. You know, what it means to pray, what it means to and then next week it'll be meditate. You know, though, and then doing service, and then doing reading spiritual inspirational works, and then music, mantras, affirmations. So there's a whole sequence. There's a whole guideline of practices that you can do regularly every day that will get you closer and closer to being and becoming ascended. And eventually you can get there this lifetime. Why wait for another lifetime? It's just a matter of commitment to yourself. And again, this is not about, you know, if you become ascended, then you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping your community. You're doing, you know, you can work with being of service with your community, your family, your friends, your country, your planet, so humanity. So it's like that. If everybody takes up responsibility for themselves, and it was funny. I was in town, and there was this Hopi guy. Oh my God, this guy was still halfway drunk, but his girlfriend was all pissed off because I don't know. He went and got drunk. She's out working. He's supposed to be looking for a job or something. I don't know what. And I said, yeah, man, and I did. I called him on his behavior. I said, man, you need to be responsible, dude. You know, your girlfriend's all pissed off of you because you're drunk. What good does that do you? What good does that do her? So, you know, why not take up responsibility for yourself? You know, and, you know, would you rather take up responsibility for yourself, or would you rather get drunk? Which serves you the most, and which is the best for you? You know, it's hard. It's not a hard answer to the question. Really, a hard question to answer. It's really not. So anyhow, his girlfriend finally did pick him up, and she was really pissed at him, and she wasn't even going to pick him up. She was going to go back out to the reservation, which is a 2-hour drive. She was just going to leave him, right? And then by the time him and I got done talking, she calls on, you know, because I let him use my phone, right? And so she calls on my phone, and she's going, well, where are you at? I thought you were supposed to be at Walgreens. And he goes, oh yeah, I said, well, we're at the bus stop. He's right there. So anyhow, he went to meet her, and they took off. So anyhow, he said he's going to call me and invite me to the Snake Festival or the Snake Dance or something. I don't know what, but they're going to have some kind of a dance, some kind of a gala in about 2 weeks from today. And I've been out to some of their kachinas, some of their gatherings, and it's just been interesting to check it out. So anyhow, that's what my intentions are with the Ascension Experts, to teach people, to support people in becoming ascended citizens, and not not just for political reasons, but for for humanity, for our future, for each other, for ourselves, something like that. Now, the other thing that's been going on is I've been doing some shows. I've finally jumped back into doing radio hosting again, co-hosting, I should say, with Janet Kira Luffen of Aquarian Radio. And so we've already done a number of interviews with other people. The last person, the last group, or actually the last couple we did an interview with was about 2 3 days ago. I think it was on Wednesday. Wednesday? Yeah, it was on Wednesday, about a couple of days ago. We interviewed Kosta, Makreas, and Hollis, Polk. They operate a website called etletstalk.com. And I put all that information in the comment section so you can check it out for yourself. The Aquarian Radio place, a BlogTalkRadio show page, and then the Kosta, Makreas, and Hollis Polk website, etletstalk.com. And they state that they have over 25,000 followers or community members, I think is a better thing. And these people, they meditate. They do a meditation, and there's groups all over the world that do this meditation. And literally, they're saying that ETs show up, aliens show up. Their ships, their spaceships show up. The aliens show up. I don't know all the experiences. I don't know all the stuff going on. But I gave them a number of tools they can use to start to track these beings, these ships, and confirm them. There's some apps on your phone that you can download, and it's funny because there's some apps that are kind of fake. They are fake. There's one app that I'll show you. There's an app called Ghost Observer. It's funny. I don't know if you probably can't even see this, but you can download it from Google Play, and you open it up, and it'll show you a ghost, like an apparition, actual ghost, right? And so like you see this little squiggly apparition on there, and it tells you, oh yeah, this guy is 340 years old. He's a nice guy or something. I don't know what. And then they'll say words, and then you follow it around with an arrow as it moves along, and then once the arrow's lined up, then you'll see the apparition. So but it's funny because it's fake, right? The ghost is actually fake. So it's funny, but some of the other apps actually do track ghosts or entities or beings or spirits or whatever in your place. So and one of the things that I'd be interested in doing with this group, the ETLetsTalk.com, I would be interested in going to one of these groups and using these apps to locate these aliens. I'm assuming that they would track them. I would think that they would. I don't know if they would or wouldn't. But I'm assuming that there's some like voice box things. So here I'm going to put this down so I'll remember. Paranormal equipment. So I won't forget. So anyhow, there's these apps that you can use to listen to ghosts, to spirits, and to track them. Like there's a little radar thing, and you'll see a dot on there, and like the dot could be red or yellow or blue or green or something, and depending on what color it is, it determines what type of spirit it is. So it could be an entity like a demonic type of thing, or it could be and see, that's the other thing I want to do. I want to track. I want to go to some churches and see if I can track angels and what would that look like on the radar? What color would that be if we were to pick that up? I don't know. Those are things I don't know that people really talk about, or when people go out and do paranormal investigations, they hang on. So let me write this down so I won't forget. So when they do paranormal investigations, they're mostly looking for ghosts, right? They're tracking ghosts. So, but I don't know anybody that goes out and tracks angels and fairies and gnomes and leprechauns or whatever. Can people track those? Can the equipment, any equipment, track those or not? I don't know. I've never really come across anybody that has determined that one way or another or otherwise. So, I don't know. Anyhow, so that's we interviewed this guy Kosta and Hollis, and they talk about all these groups out there, and I gave them all this equipment, or I give them some suggestions on some tools they can use, and they're free. Most of these tools are free. There's one called Ghost Radar. Let's see, where is it at? Ghost Radar, and we're talking about paranormal ghost detection equipment. You can Google that and find that, but this is called Ghost Radar Classic, and it's free. There's one that's called Legacy, for $2 you can purchase, and it's more authentic. It's more real, I guess. But anyhow, I've been playing around with it, and that fake one, I'll go and I went to about a week ago. I went over there to the what was it, Monte Vista hotel in downtown Flagstaff. There's supposed to be all kinds of ghosts in there. So I did. I walked in there and I did my fake app, and I said, "Hey, look, there's a ghost in your place," and they're just laughing and looking at that and kind of tripping out and going. So it's kind of funny. So anyhow, and again, you can check out for yourself. Now there's another thing that I've been using lately, and I'm really kind of concerned about this, because this app detects the air quality, called Air Quality Index. Here, and you put it on your phone, and you put it on, and it'll say if the air quality is good or hazardous is the worst, right? And I'm telling you, I got lots and lots and lots of hazardous detections here. It's called the Air Quality Index app on Google Play, and I'll go into town, like right now. I'll do it right now. I think it's still on. You see, and I don't know if you can see this or not. You probably can't. Too bright. Anyhow, it's on hazardous right now. It says hazardous, serious aggravation of heart or lung disease and premature mortality in persons with cardiopulmonary disease and the elderly, serious risk of respiratory effects in general population. So I've been getting that a lot here in Flagstaff. I'll walk around. Today I went to the east side. I'll walk around on the west side, and it says hazardous. I'll check it. And downtown, let me see. I didn't do it downtown today, but sometimes I'll go to downtown and it's hazardous. Sometimes it's good. and sometimes and sometimes around here, like every once in a blue moon, it's good here. So I don't know what that means, and it's very concerning. So literally, I wear a mask, and here it is. I don't wear it when I do my shows, my video shows, well, interviews. But literally, I wear this mask at night, even while I'm sleeping, because I don't know what this detection means. I absolutely don't. It could be pollen, but today it's been raining. Oh, here's a grasshopper. What do you want, dude? Leave me alone. Like, what the heck? So anyhow, I don't know what that means. And so it's very disturbing to see that. And I have every once in a while, it'll say good or moderate. The air quality is moderate, and I just don't know what to think. So anyhow, I just kind of threw that in extra as well, but we've been doing the Aquarian radius. Right now it looks like what I was trying to figure out, because this woman Janet she lives out in Hawaii. Her and her husband live in Hawaii. Does like I don't know. She's got a whole boatload of shows she does every week, right? I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't know that I don't know that I want to do all those shows, but I've agreed to do one show a week with her on Fridays. Of her show, that show is called the Experiencer Network, I think, and so basically she'll be bringing in people that have experiences with UFOs and aliens and paranormal activity, and we'll talk about it. Now she does the interviews for 2 hours, which I think is a bit much. So because I had first initially agreed to do two shows with her a week, but then I figured out she's doing those interviews for 2 hours at a time, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't want to be on doing radio shows for 2 hours at a time every time to do that. And so I figured, well, if we do, I do one show with her on Fridays for 2 hours, and I can live with that. In the meantime, I'll be doing the Ascension Experts once a week. I haven't decided what day of the week yet. I'm thinking maybe Mondays, Tuesdays, or Wednesdays. I'm not sure. And I'm working with developing the show so that people can come on and listen to the show live if they want. Right now, I'm going to be coupling it with free conference call. So I'll have a phone number and access code you can put in and listen to the show live. And I'll be putting out a promo a few days. I'm not sure, maybe a week ahead of time, so that you'll know what day of the week it's going to be on and then where to go to and listen to the show live if you want. And I think I'm going to put this on Zoom as well. So and that reminds me, if you feel comfortable and you want to support the show, either go to spiritualindustrialproductions.com and donate there. Either do a pledge and do a monthly donation, 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever, or just even a one-time donation throughout the year or for the year, whatever, it works too as well. 50, 100,000, 20,000. 25 bucks or whatever, whatever you feel comfortable with. And mostly it's the support. The donations are going toward Equipment. One of the things I need is some air equipment for doing better shows. I need some studio equipment. Here, I'm writing this down so I remember this. I want to start doing these shows on Zoom for an hour. I don't know that I want to do more than an hour, because if this works well and if this goes forward, then I'm going to post these shows on Voice America. Voice America has already agreed to air my shows. And so for I think $6,700 is the last time you for 13 episodes. So and that's a good chunk of change, which I'm not finding. Not something that's going to come out of my pocket, because I'm not there. I'm just not in a position to do that right now. But if I get enough donations and sponsors, and if you want to sponsor the show, get a hold of me. Here, let me write this down. Sponsorship. Sponsorship. Yep. So if you want to sponsor these shows, the show, once I do it on Zoom and also on free conference call, I'm going to be doing the shows there to the interviews, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down the foundation for being an ascended master or an enlightened being. I'm going to lay down the foundation for practices for doing that you can do regularly every day to get you in shape. It's a training program, so you can become ascended, and then I'm going to go over other tools like altars and working with Tantra and doing feng shui and other stuff that I'm going to bring in, and mostly a lot of that let me write this down before I forget. But a lot of or most or all of the information is coming from the book that I wrote, the 90-Day Ascension Journey. So I'm going to basically lay out the foundation from the book. I'm going to be following along the book, and you can read it for yourself and follow along if you'd like as well. But and I'm right now I'm giving away the book for free on PDF, and which will be included. I forgot to do that, but which will be included in the comment section of this video. So I'll be doing the Ascension Experts, and with the Ascension Experts, I'm going to be basically doing a whole lesson plan for every chapter or subchapter of every chapter in the 90-Day Ascension Journey. So I'm just going to be following along with that and work. And the episodes are probably going to be about 30-45 minutes long top, and maybe an hour, but I want to get in the habit of doing shows under an hour, so that when the time comes and I get ready to, then we'll transcend or transform or transfer. I think that's the word. We'll transfer to the Voice America venue and start doing shows there where there'll be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people listening to the show from there. So that's the whole idea. And eventually I'll be bringing in. And if you are ascended, or information, what it takes to become ascended, or information about ascension, I don't know, memories, ascension, symptoms, things you can do to help you evolve into ascension, stuff like that. If you want, I'll be bringing in interviews, people to interview for about ascension. So if you're an expert or pretty well versed on ascension, you get a hold of me, and we'll go from there. So anyhow, let me think. So there doesn't seem like there's a lot happening, but if you kind of look behind the scenes, there really is a lot happening. And again, if you want to support this show, the Ascension Experts, and you want to help promote and support ascended citizens, even more important, and if you, especially if you want to be and become an ascended citizen, and then probably working with, and eventually what I want to do, what I intend on doing, when I'm having an interest in doing, will be doing retreats and workshops and conferences further down the road, where we'll do practices for being and becoming ascension. We'll do meditation. We'll do some. We'll work with tantric relationship skills, communication skills. And I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that we can do for a retreat. That we'll do some service projects. We'll do. We'll set up an altar, and you can set up your own altar and so forth. And I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, tricks of the trade, that you can work with and deal with and do that will help you become a citizen. I can train people to become ascended masters. I'm qualified to teach people how to do Reiki, and actually certify them. Levels 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, and then mastery. So I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, tricks of the trade of becoming an ascended master or ascended being or ascended citizen or an enlightened person that people can do and learn and work with and take home with them, that they can apply immediately and help. If people go out, enough people go out and meditate in the city, I'm pretty sure that it's a fact that city, their violence rate will calm down. Their crime rate will calm down. I'm pretty sure, and I don't know where you can find the stats at, but I'm pretty sure there's been research on this. If enough people do a meditation, then that city will calm down, and the violence rate and crime rate goes down as well. So simple things like that, and that help you, but also help your city and your family and friends in the neighborhood as well. So all kinds of stuff that is going on. So anyhow, and again, I'm gonna be doing interviews with Aquarian Radio on BlogTalkRadio, Friday afternoons, 5 p.m. Arizona time is what we're slated right now, and so we'll be going from there. Now, and it's so difficult to watch movies or anything on Netflix anymore, because you go and you check them out, and they have this thing that says things people are watching right now that are really popular. And if you look at supposedly all the stuff that people are watching, they're all mostly nothing but television shows. They're series. And I'm going, oh my God, really? Whatever. I hate to watch TV series because you have to watch every freaking season, 8 to 10, 15 shows or whatever before you come to the end, right? I don't want to wait for hours upon hours, for days upon days, just to get to the end of a freaking television show, whatever, right? What a pain in the ass. That's what I say. So anyhow, I have been watching one which I thought was interesting, called Continuum, which actually is about time travel. And it was interesting at first, but then there's this constant ongoing drama, violence, kill, detailed, whatever. You know, it just really sucks your energies and it just drains you, right? All this violent shit, whatever. You know, it's kind of interesting, but yeah, even last night I watched one episode, and that was just really draining. So how annoying, whatever. So again, what a pain in the ass to watch television series. So now I did have been going to Redbox. Redbox usually has movies that are come right as soon as they come out of the movie theater, they go to Redbox, and so hot off the oven, hot out of the oven. And so one of the shows that was it yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I rented a movie called Long Shot. With it. Let me see. Hang on a second. I'll give you this. It came out this year. Charlize Theron, Seth Rogen, June Diane Raphael, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and then Robbie Patel. Oh my God, how hilarious! Um, I gave it a 2 thumbs up, definitely. Oh my, it mixes politics with humor. It really makes humor out of politics. Oh, that was like right on topic, right? Especially with all the crap that's going on these days with politics. The plot, the acting, the screenwriting, the direction, even the music, and of course the humor. The humor was right on. I mean, this was a good show, a movie for both Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen, and it was pretty interesting for them to watch, and they actually produced it, helped produce it, and so it was pretty interesting. This was a good movie for both of them. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Anyhow, if you want some humor in your life, and aloha, Mark, thanks for stopping by. If you want some humor in your life and you want to just laugh your ass off, go rent that movie like yesterday, right? Just like that. So let me see what Mark is saying here. Mark, I don't know what kind of culture you live in or where you live at, but you're out of boundaries right now. If you want some consulting, or if you want some healing, or if you want some counseling, we can talk about that. But posting that on that information is out of line. So I'm just telling you that right now. All right. So again, right action, right conduct, right relations is the name of the game. And if you want if you want to communicate with me, either communicate with me on that level, or do not stop. Don't even bother. Just not cool at all. But anyhow, let me see. The next movie I want to talk about, Alita. Oh my God, that was very interesting. Let me see. Alita, and I rented that from Redbox again. Battle Angel with Rosa Salazar, Christoph Waltz, Jennifer Connelly, Mahershala Ali, Keon Johnson. Now that I believe, I can't remember who was in that, but produced that. I think I want to say Cameron. And so anyhow, if you want to watch a movie that taps into what the future is going to look like, I think that did a really incredible depiction about in doing so. They talk about how humans are going to become androids or cyborgs, I think is a better word. So the humans are going to be mechanical. They're going to be computerized. They're talking about how when the our systems go to 6G network, and now it's a 5G network. I just found out about a week ago that my phone has capability of 5G networking. I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. You know, they had this whole tip going on a few weeks ago, a few months ago, concerning, I believe it was China having the upper hand for producing 5G networking, and it was coming into the United States and blah blah blah. And so I don't know how authentic the 5G networking is with AT&T, because that's my network, but it was saying that the 5G network is available here in Flagstaff. So I remember when 4G networking became available, it came into Flagstaff right away. It was pretty quick. So anyhow, and then when it comes to 6G networking, apparently we're going to be able to supposedly plug into the internet, download everything on the internet that there is to download, and instantaneously we'll be like educated right there on the spot. And this is kind of what the Continuum TV series is all about. They have these cops. They don't call them cops anymore. They call them protectors in this show, television show. And I mean, this woman, she has all this thermal energy or bodysuit or whatever, and she's not like actually a computer, but her design, her uniform, her everything about her is like designed so she can just tap into any kind of internet stuff going on, any kind of information. If she needs information, she just snaps a finger or something, and it's right there on the spot. And even her eyes are they put some kind of contacts on her eyes where she can just see all kinds of information about somebody, and it's just pretty wild. But apparently, again, you'll be when we get to 6G networking, we're gonna have access to information like no tomorrow, and like rates like no tomorrow. It's just it's gonna be instantaneous. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I don't know how if that's gonna be bad or good, but we'll find out when we get there. So anyhow, let me see. So Alita was kind of a animation type of a movie, but not it mixes animation with real life scenarios. So it's pretty interesting. What was it? We're talking about Night School. Oh my God. Time out. Hang on. Night School with and all these movies are all just about every movie that I watched that I'm talking to you about now was a 2 thumbs up, except for Blown Away, another television series where they have this competition of glass blown away. Nick Uas is the host, I believe. So I gave, and what happened was I didn't get to the end because I don't know if the problems we had to do were involved with uploading the video or whatever, but I like about halfway through it got stuck, and I just couldn't even watch the rest of it because it just wouldn't play anymore. like a DVD gets stuck and then it stops playing, and just the picture is there frozen. Well, it was like that, and I said, well, screw it. That's part of the process too. If you can't watch the show, the movie, the TV series, well, what difference does it make? It still gets a 0 thumbs up. So I gave it a 0 thumbs up because of the idiots that uploaded the show, and I don't know, maybe Netflix is doing something to it to cause it to do that. Who knows? But I gave it a 0 thumb up. Everything else is a 2 thumbs up. And just because I haven't been watching a lot of movies, but the ones, and some of them were redos, reruns. Taylor Swift Reputation Stadium Tour. I mean, I think I've watched that 4 or 5 times. If I watch a movie more than once, that's like rare, right? Because everything's so boring, or just not with it enough for me to want to watch it twice over, right? Maybe it might be interesting to watch the first time anyhow, but that's as good as it gets. So anyhow, Taylor Swift Reputation Stadium Tour. It's just a phenomenal concert. If you haven't watched that yet, you might want to go watch it. And she has all these genres, from rock and roll to maybe some jazz. I don't know, but she has all these cultures that she includes in her tour, in this concert. She has a Hawaiian type of culture with these big drums, and then she'll have African type of stuff, and then she has all this stuff in this concert. It's you can watch it 4, 5, 6 times and never see everything that's in that concert, because there's so much going on in it. It's just like phenomenal. Night School. I forgot. Oops, sorry, Kevin. Night School with and the Taylor Swift Reputation tour came out 2008 last year. Actually, on New Year's of this year, it was awesome to be able to go to a concert for New Year's Eve, right? So pretty cool. Night School. Where is it at? Hang on, let me find it. Oh, there it is. It came out last year. Hilarious. Oh my God. Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, Rob Riggle, Romany Malco, Taran Killam, Megalyn Ichikunwoke. Yeah, right, one of those words. Al Madrigal, Mary Lynn Rascoop, Scub, Keith David, Ann Winters. Hilarious. Oh my God, that was funny. But the best movies are the ones that are based upon it, like the Red Sea Diving Resort, which came out this year, with Chris Evans, Haley Bennett, Ben Kingsley, Greg Kinnear. That was actually a good movie for Chris Evans. Based on the acting was good, the screenwriting was good, direction was good, and based on true events, about these people, this guy that he has this mission, this ongoing quest to save the people from Africa, who were the Lithuanians, I believe. I can't remember, but anyhow, he was somehow saved himself in a similar way, and so he works with the CIA. He works with all these ambassadors, all these people, all these head honchos, and he helps literally export out of Africa. I can't remember, at least 10,000 people, I believe, minimum, Lithuanians, I believe, and they export them to Israel, which was really, really interesting. You know, he put his life out on the line and to do this, and very intense, but very interesting. I think it was a service that he did, not just for those people, but all of humanity. It made me realize or think that there's hope for humanity after all, right? So anyhow, night school. What's his name? Kevin Hart gets a job, or he has this job as a management, and somehow he gets himself fired, and he can't be back in management unless he gets his high school diploma, right? So he has to go to night school for all this to happen, and there's all this stuff, of course, all this stuff with Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart happened, and he finally gets his degree, and so it was humorous. It was really humorous. So in the way that he did it. Now let me see what other movie do I want to go. Red Sea Dragons or Awake. Oh, Awake is another TV series. Now that one was I could live with. It was funny. These people. Let me see. Time out. Come on. The $1 Million Awake, the $1 Million Game with James Davis, who was the host. Again, it was humorous, funny, and what it is that they have these people, and it just came out this year, this TV show. All these people, there's 8 of them. They put them in this room with thousands and thousands and thousands of quarters, right? So they have to count these quarters, and then by the end of the night, the next day or whatever, they have to guess how many quarters they counted, right? And so they go through all these different skits, all these different games that they do, and to because once they're done, they don't go home. They go straight to the game show, right? And then they have to do all these skits, all these games, and be the winner. In order to get a chance to win $1 million. Not one person won $1 million, but several of them won, $30,000, $40,000, and then $150,000 or whatever. So I mean, and these guys are all tired, and they make them do these games. are just funny, man. Oh my God, they're funny. It does fun. So anyhow, if you have Netflix and you want to watch something funny about money, a game show about money, then that would be a funny show to watch. Smart People with Dennis Quaid, Sarah Jessica Parker, Thomas Hayden Church, Ellen Page, Ashton Holmes. Came out in 2008. Very interesting. It was funny. It was funny. The acting was good. The music was good. The plot was good. It was just funny. Dennis Quaid is his father. His wife dies from something, I don't know what, blah, blah, blah. And then he ends up in the hospital, and he meets Dennis Quaid meets Sarah Jessica Parker, and they start going out. And then there's the jealous daughter, what's her name, Ellen Page, and and then there's the brother. I believe he has epileptic attack or something like that. So he can't drive. He's not allowed to drive for 6 months. So of course the brother comes in and lives and moves in and drives for him. So and the brother is a pain in the ass, and so he doesn't want him there. But Dennis Quaid doesn't have any choice because somebody has to drive for him. So anyhow, it's a barrel of laugh. And of course, Dennis Quaid still gets the girl, blah blah blah. Now let me see what else do I got going here now. Limitless. Oh yeah, if you haven't watched that movie, that's interesting as well. Uh, let me see. It came out 2011. The music was actually good. The acting, of course, and the plot. Robert De Niro, Bradley Cooper, Abby Cornish, and Anna Frail. Um, you know, Bradley Cooper is this writer, right? This movie is about Bradley Cooper, this writer who can't seem to get the book out, and right, he goes out and gets drunk every day, blah blah blah, does all these things. Finally, this guy, a friend of his, that he hadn't seen in a long time, gives him this pill, and this pill allows them to use 100% of his brain, right? They say that you can only use about 20. Most people can use about 15 to 20% of your brain, um, and that's all they got to work with. So anyhow, all of a sudden his brain is just going 100 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour, right? Calculating, affirming, just thinking all this stuff, and whoever you are that's doing that, you need to stop now before your karma slaps you in the face and you're not going to like it. Period. So anyhow, he gets into all this trouble. He ends up Bradley Cooper ends up getting into it with the mob, all this stuff, blah blah blah. Very interesting movie, and very intense too. So that was pretty interesting. Let's see how a scenario on that level. The next movie I want to talk about, Rain Man. Oh, this is an older movie. Again, even the old movies, they still work. I, um, I didn't know if I actually watched this movie back in the day or not, but I just couldn't even remember. It came out in 1988. Oh man, Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman, Valeria Golino. Wow, what an interesting movie. It came. Dustin Hoffman is the brother that nobody talked about, nobody told Tom Cruise about. The father dies, and all of a sudden the inheritance goes to Dustin Hoffman, who happens to be mentally disabled. I think that's the word they use. So anyhow, so Tom Cruise goes and visits him. He figures out that he has this brother, and so he goes and visits him, and so he basically kidnaps the brother and takes him to do all this stuff, and then he fights for the right to um, to keep his brother. And so in the end, of course, they get to know each other. They don't even know each other, and so finally, Tom Cruise decides he really likes his brother, so he wants to. So in the end, of course, he gets I believe he gets to say, wait, I take it back. No, the brother, because of his disability, I think Tom Cruise just finally let him go and go back to the ward, to the place, the institution where he was at. So he would be safer there than Tom Cruise. Anyhow, a very interesting movie about brothers, right? Now, let me see, Alita. Hey, I already put that there. Duh. Taylor Swift, Reputation. Oh, Pitch Perfect 1, 2, and 3. Oh my God. When one of the only movies that I can handle watching over and over and over again, that I don't think any movie I can do that with. It's Pitch Perfect 1, 2, and 3, right? So they're musical types of movies based upon a cappella competition, and here in the West or Southwest, I don't know that a cappella is actually even a thing out here in any of the colleges. Maybe it is, but somebody said it was, but I don't know. And then, but back in the East, I believe it's a big thing out there. They have a cappella competitions. From what I understand, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's interesting to see these movies over and over again. They have all kinds of music. It's the humor, the acting is good, the plot is good. Really well done. And when I'm just bored and I just can't handle Netflix anymore, obviously that must have been huge this past couple of weeks. Then I just go and watch Pitch Pitch Perfect 1, 2, and 3, Pitch Perfect 1 or 2 or 3 or all of the above, whatever. And I'm good with that. I can live with that. So it's like that. Anyhow, I don't know. Is there anything else? One more thing? Two more things? So hang on. Let me see what else. ET Let's Talk. You can go there and become a member of the ET Let's Talk website if you want. Of course. Oh, and again. Oh, I know. If you don't want to donate or you don't want to do any kind of pledge and you want something in return, then book me for a reading or a healing session or something, or buy my book, or buy the 90-Day Ascension Journey, and that even that helps. So if you want something in return, otherwise, and even if you donate something and say, hey, I donated $50, yeah, can you hook me up with a reading or something like that? Then let me know and we'll figure something out. Oh, I know what the other thing is. I'm going to show you. Before I forget, it's like that. Here, let me write this down so I won't forget it. But anyhow, now over the years, I've actually bought about three of these, or 2 of these bottles. Here, let me go like this. I don't know if you can see this, but these are tablets from Teclote. All over the world, there's bodies of water. I don't know if you can kind of see it that way. All over the world, there's bodies of water, streams of water that have this water in it. There's a place called Ainsworths, I believe it's called. Here, let me share. Oh, here it's on here. Yeah, Ainsworths. 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 And I'll put the website on there as well in the comment section so you can check it out. But anyhow, you can order this Teclote water. This Teclote water happens to be from Mexico. The same water that Magic Johnson sent for so he could be healed of AIDS. And I believe that's exactly what happened, from what I understand. He ordered our entourage of people to go over and get some of that water. They told him how much to take every day, and I don't know how long he took it for, but he was actually healed of AIDS, from what I understand. And then if people remember right, they said, he came back into the basketball, because he quit basketball because he was diagnosed with AIDS or whatever. He was HIV positive or whatever. And then he went for this Teclote water and then came back. And then all of a sudden he wants to get back into basketball. That's one of the reasons. It's because of the Teclote water, or maybe the reason. I don't know exactly. But anyhow, now he's a coach or whatever he's doing, and so he's back in business, and he no longer is considered HIV positive, is what I understand. So anyhow, I got a whole bottle of this stuff, and what I'm planning on doing, I just got this today. I've already took some. Batch T197, what that says. This is technology water, 15 milliliters, or milligrams, I guess. 100 tablets, 100 grams. So anyhow, I'm going to be taking these for the next several weeks, and I'm going to be taking them. These are really small, so I'm not sure if I'm going to take 2, 3, or 4, or 5 of them. Like earlier, I already took about 5 of them, and then I put one in my water. I literally boil my water, and I put some revitalized biogenic water in it. You can check that out on my website, and then I put it in a filter. Once it's cooled down, I put it in the filter, a pure PUR. I put it in there to filter out all the crap. And in fact, I just got a new filter today, or I think last week. That filters out lead, not just all the some of the other stuff. Anyhow, I'll put a tablet in there for 1 gallon, 1 tablet per gallon, and then I'm going to drink that and take. I don't know. I don't know if I have to take more than one or 2 or 3 of those, but I'll take at least one every day, and then put 1 tablet in my water every day, and do that for several weeks, and then see what happens. Now, assumably, if this does what it's supposed to be doing, the whole diabetes stuff, it should go away. That's what I'm understanding. So if this stuff is really doing what it's supposed to be doing, in the next several weeks, next several months, I probably won't have to take any more insulin. That's the game plan. So we'll see how it goes. Anything else? One more thing? Okay, hang on a second. There's supposed to be something else. And I'm supposed to talk to you about the full moon meditation, July 14. What else? Anyhow, I don't know what the other thing is. There's one more thing that I'm supposed to talk to you about, but I don't remember. I don't know what it is. So we'll just have to leave it at that. Anyhow, it's been raining. It's been overcast. There's supposed to be they're thinking that it might even be flooding on the other side of town. So we'll see what happens here in Flagstaff. Yeah, a lot of people come up here from Phoenix because they want to get out of the heat. So I'm telling you, right now the weather is just perfect right now. It's been sprinkling today, and I didn't wear a jacket at all, and then I was still, even though it was slightly cool, it wasn't so cold that I had to wear a jacket. I have a God Goddess weekend. And check if you want to check out some of the radio shows. I know. Is that what you know? For the people that donate money, donate. I haven't established if there's going to be a certain amount, but at least $15, $25. I don't know. For the people that donate to support the Ascension Experts, I will whenever we come out and do a show, do an interview or whatever, I'll send you the link so you can come on Zoom and ask questions on Zoom if you want. Otherwise, you can ask questions on free conference call and be on free conference call. Listen in there, and if you want to be in on that live show, then I'm going to be putting posts out, so the day and time and the information, so you can go listen live if you want, so that you can check it out for yourself, something like that. So have a God Goddess weekend. Be the love that you are, always have been, and always will be. Aloha.